We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Pro-terrorist protests erupt in the U.S. Support for Israel is rising in Iran. Medication shortages hit the U.S. and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. While Biden has refused to fully support Israel responding to the Iranian attack this weekend, Iranian civilians are making it clear they support Israel. Iranians speaking out online in support of Israel could face criminal punishment from the authoritarian regime, but that's not stopping everyone. In the wake of the country's attack on Israel, Arabic hashtags for Iran and World War III began to trend on social media. The Revolutionary Guard's intelligence organization then issued a notice urging citizens to report any digital support for Israel, warning it would be treated as a criminal offense once the users have been identified. Graffiti has started to appear across Iran supporting Israel. Civilians have posted messages online and in the streets saying if Israel attacks Iran, they will support them and help them to overthrow the Iranian government. While Iranians are supporting Israel, pro-terrorist protesters shut down traffic on both lanes of California's Golden Gate Bridge on Monday, as images emerging from the scene showed anti-Israel protesters holding banners with the messages "Stop the World for Gaza" and "End the Siege on Gaza Now." A similar demonstration also blocked traffic on Interstate 880 in Oakland, on highways in Chicago, and in New York, blocking traffic on the Brooklyn Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is closed in both directions for an undetermined amount of time, the San Francisco Department of Emergency Management said in a statement at the time, citing a civic demonstration. Aerial images captured by KTVU later showed the Golden Gate Bridge protesters being taken into custody and the banners being put away. Senator Marco Rubio has accused President Biden of sharing the details of his private phone call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu with the press in order to appease the anti-Israel pro-terrorist activists within the Democratic Party. President Biden reportedly called Netanyahu to congratulate him for fending off the attacks, while also urging him not to retaliate against Iran and escalate tensions in the region. Biden also told Netanyahu that the U.S. would not support a retaliatory strike against Iran. Rubio claimed that Biden shared the private details of this call to appease ceasefire activists whom he argued were really pro-terrorist. Tesla is cutting more than 10% of its global workforce. CEO Elon Musk announced the layoffs in an internal memo that was obtained by Bloomberg. Hurt by cooling demand for electric vehicles and mounting miscues, the automaker badly missed on expectations for deliveries last quarter, its first decline since 2020. But that's not all. Two senior executives are leaving Tesla, and the company is halting deliveries of its new Cybertruck due to an unexpected delay. A Cybertruck owner went viral over the weekend for detailing how his car's accelerator pedal cover came loose and jammed the accelerator in the full throttle position. Part of Tesla's ongoing problems include the fact that Biden's push for electric vehicles has hit a dead end as consumers are rebelling against buying the expensive cars. A growing number of pharmaceutical drugs are in short supply around the U.S., according to pharmacists. In the first 3 months of the year, there were 323 active medication shortages, surpassing the previous high of 320 shortages in 2014, according to a survey by the American Society of Health System Pharmacists and Utah Drug Information Service. It also amounts to the most shortages since the trade group started keeping track in 2001. All drug classes are vulnerable to shortages. Some of the most worrying shortages involve generic sterile injectable medications, including cancer chemotherapy drugs and emergency medications stored in hospital crash carts and procedural areas, the ASHP said in a statement. The FBI is investigating the Key Bridge collapse in Baltimore. The Bureau is looking into whether the crew of the Dali knew the cargo ship was experiencing system problems before it left port, the Washington Post reported. On March 26, the ship lost power and collided with the iconic Baltimore Bridge, destroying it and killing 6 construction workers. Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott also announced yesterday that the city hired 2 law firms to hold the wrongdoers responsible. The National Transportation Safety Board is conducting its own investigation into the cause of the incident, reportedly focusing on the ship's electrical issues. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.